Hello, good morning, friends. I am Avdut Yankar. Today, discuss about some important question for Java. The any interviewer can ask this question, uh, so we can start this question. So, some of the important question in Java. So, I declare here. First is a difference between collection and collections, and second difference between check exception and uncheck exception, and third is a difference between throw and throws keyword. This question mostly asked in an interview. Any interviewer can be asked. Okay, so first is what is difference between collection and collections. Collection and collections, it is a core Java part. So we can discuss this difference. Okay. So first is a collection. Collection is a root interface in collection framework, and collection also it can be used for the representation a group of individual objects as a single entity, and collection can provide the method that can be used for data structure, and collection it is used to present a group of object as a single entity. These are the collections point. And collections is a utility class. Collections, yes, it is a utility class. It is used to sort and synchronize the collection element, and it is provide the method which can be used various operations or on a collection, and it is used to define the various utility methods for the collection objects. These are the difference of collection and collections. I will repeat it. Collection it is a root interface of the collection framework, and collections it is a utility class. Collection it can be used to represent the group of individual objects as a single entity, and collections it is used to sort and synchronize the collection element. And collection provide the methods that can be used for the data structure, and collections it is provide the method which can be used for various operation on a collection. And collection it is used to represent the group of objects as a single entity, and collections it is used to define the various utility method for collection objects. These are the difference of collection and collections. Okay, I hope you are very well understand. Okay, next question is what is difference between checked and unchecked exception. Difference between checked and unchecked exception. The checked exception, that compiler forces user to write handling code before compilation, and checked exception compulsory need to handle them, and check exception it is increase the code. Example like IO exception, SQL exception, file not found exception. These are the checked exception. Unchecked exception, that is compiler doesn't forces user to write the handling the code, and uncheck exception not compulsory to handle them, and uncheck exception it is reduce the code. uh, Example like all the runtime exceptions, that is array out of bound exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, arithmetic exception. These are the unchecked exception. So we can declare about once again. Checked exception checked exception, that compiler forces user to write the handling code before the compilation, and unchecked exception, that compiler doesn't force user to write the handling the code. Checked exception compulsory need to handle them, and unchecked exception not compulsory to handle them. Checked exception it is increase the code, and unchecked exception it is reduce the code. Check exception example like IO exception, SQL exception, file not found exception. An uncheck exception, all it is all runtime exceptions, like array out of bound exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, arithmetic exception. These are the uncheck exception. So I hope you are clearly understood the checked and unchecked exception. Okay. And next is a difference between through and throws keyword. This keyword to use to handle the exceptions. Through keyword. Through keyword is used to occur the custom exception, and a through keyword can be used only with single exception at a time. And through keyword it is used to creating the new instance of the exception class. And throws keyword throws keyword is used to give a chance to the caller method to handle the exception. Throws keyword can be used with multiple exception at a time, and throws keyword is used with method name to declare the exception that need to propagate. These are the difference between throw and throws keyword. Let me explain again. Throw keyword and throw. Throw keyword it is used to occur custom exception, and throws keyword is used to give a chance to the caller method to handle the exception. Throw keyword can be used only with single exception at a time, but throws keyword we can use with multiple exception at a time. Handle the exception multiple exception at a time. Throw keyword is used to creating a new instance of exception class, and throws keyword is used with method name to declare the exception that need to be propagated. These are the difference between some important difference between in Java. So most of the interviewer ask these questions. So I hope you are understood very well. Okay. Thank you friends.